I want people to understand that there's so much to life, whether you're the CEO or the janitor.
Giving everything you do at 150% will change your mindset and your perception of what you're doing.
Thought you knew, now you know what it do. I'm a 94 baby, swanking like a brand new Mercedes. And I'm dapping down on my feet and my ride too clean. Wake up every morning, hit a lemon in my tea. Moral of the story is, you are you, and I am me. Just be. I'm a gentleman, now I'm settled in. Even when they said don't let them in.
So this is live Q&A. We're doing this over Iron Heaven. I'll cover Iron Heaven gyms and kind of some of the random massive amounts of questions and or things that have been coming in as far as the gyms go. And then Mr. Rexius over here.
I'll cover business, Rexius nutrition, BHI, anything else. We've had so many questions come in through all the forms of social media. Right now we're on the Tim Rexius Facebook, my Periscope, the Instagram account, YouTube Live, as well as BR Physique's Instagram account. So we have like 6 or 7 different streaming forms coming in. We thought it'd be a lot easier to do it this way. And have you guys just ask us questions, and our folks in the back here will start reading off questions as we go, just to be a lot easier for us to answer questions versus repetitively getting the same ones 200-300 times every other day, from Iron Heaven gyms to Rexius and what's going on, and we'll go from there. So we'll first kind of start out with where Iron Heaven gyms are as far as membership, and the number one asked question. I think I've had 7 of them today individually, so I'll let Nick talk on that.
Okay, so as far as Iron Heaven Gym goes, we are currently still open. We are only open for members. We are not staffed. So, and we are taking on members. Now, the caveat to that is we have a waiting list. The reason why we have a waiting list is we're making sure that we're taking enough people, but we're staying with the state guidelines of the 10 people in at a time. And actually staying along with all of the guidelines to making sure that we don't overflow the gyms so that you all can still work out, still be safe. And on top of that, we do not have actual staff, but we do have people coming in 3 times a day, cleaning each gym so that our gyms are staying up to code with what everybody needs and wants at this point in time. And then aside from that, we're asking anybody that does start, or even our current membership base, which they've all done a really good job. We've been watching you on the cameras at home. Because, I'm sitting at home with a pregnant wife about to bust on Friday. So I have tons of time to just look at cameras and watch what all is going on in the gyms. But we've got an eye on the gyms, making sure everybody's staying, keeping the guidelines of 6 feet apart, wiping everything down, 10 people at a time per side, all that good stuff. So, at this point in time, the gyms are a member-only gym. We are accepting members. The rates have not changed. I got really pissed off about this one earlier this week.
Yeah, some
Yahoo.
Yeah, Iron Heaven's just screwing the prices. Listen, our prices haven't changed in 2 years, literally. So we haven't raised the price. We're not, and honestly, there's only a few other gyms open, but we don't have contracts.
Right.
Pay your first and last months up front and your initiation fees, which has been the deal since 2018, the beginning of 2018 when we lowered our prices. It's never changed. We're just not doing 2-week drop-in or drop-ins or any of that kind of stuff because we don't want to overpack the gym for already paying members who've been loyal to us for the last couple of years. We're just not going to do it. Now, there are other gyms in town that I don't need to name that have an automatic 1-year contract that you have to send a certified letter from the post office to even cancel your membership.
Right.
We're not doing that. So the gym president Iron Heaven haven't changed at all. I don't think anyone who tries to profiteer on this particular crisis can 100% kiss my ass.
Right.
We're just not going to do that. So, and that's just how we are. Now, as far as questions about disinfecting in the gyms and whatnot, listen, we're not using Clorox. We're using a very high-grade chemical concentrate, phenolic and quaternary disinfectant that continuously disinfects every time you touch stuff. Now, why are we doing it 3 times a day? So you see us doing it. Our members have been great about cleaning before and after these equipment. Plus, we have 6 hours of cleaning staff in there that we're paying, as well as we're going in there twice a day, morning and night, on top of it to make sure the gyms are clean. Now, people are like, why have a gym at all? Well, one, people are abiding to the regulations of social distancing and 10 per side. Technically, each gym has 2 or 3 parts, but the reason I think mental and physical health right now is more important than ever.
Yeah.
And having that outlet. Now, if we catch people doing stuff they're not supposed to, they're gone. Like there's no, it's a one strike out your policy. But we think it's extremely important. We have a lot of first responders, and I mean a lot of first responders who train in our gyms who need this outlet, especially considering the amount of work they're having to do right now. And we monitor it nonstop. And if we ever thought it hit the point that it was unsafe, we'd close the damn thing.
Yep.
Understand that the Langer family and the Rexius family take no income from the gyms at all and haven't in 3 years, and we aren't now either. So that's just how we operate.
Our main priority at this point in time, and the only reason why we've kept the gyms open, is because of the fact of the influence of what our members have asked for.
Hey, Chad.
Hey,
Chad,
you're on. I can hear you. So the big thing for us is, obviously our first and foremost care, and it has been since day one, has been our members. And the amount of emails and the amount of messages that we've gotten from people saying, hey, thank you so much for keeping it open, and thank you for this. Like, this is giving me sanity. This is helping me not stress out about what's going on in the world today. That right there is telling me, as long as we continue to follow the rules and we continue to execute and our members do the same, then there should be no reason why we can't stay open and why our members can't keep their health a priority at this point in time. And more than physical health, mental health as well.
Well, and the thing is, we have a waiting list. And so the fact is, we haven't let everyone come in. We've been doing it very slowly based on how many people have dropped because of job changes or moving or because they're sick, and adding them incrementally just to be on the safe side, because I don't want to flood the gym. I want everyone to be healthy and safe. We can abide by those guidelines. If we were trying to profiteer in the situation, we would just sign everyone up tomorrow, but we haven't, because we want to make sure that people who have been paying memberships to our gym get first and foremost priority, and then adding people as they go in. If somebody goes, hey, I just want to train for a month until, Nemesis reopens. Well, I'm not interested. So,
hey, I like that.
So you like that? Nemesis.
I like that.
And that's just our commitment to our current members and what we're trying to do at Iron Heaven Gyms. And two, like, please, for God's sakes, stop messaging us individually.
Yeah.
Obviously, we both have a lot of clients. I have the Rexius stores. Jamie, my assistant, responds a lot of messages. She had somebody yesterday or 2 days ago message her. She said to please message the Iron Heaven page. Then they messaged me personally, not realizing that she still has access to my personal account. Please message the Iron Heaven pages so that all the owners and our people who are helping us are on the same page. Please stop messaging us individually for memberships. It gets to be a lot when I already have 500-600 messages a week. With adding those on top, I need him and I to be on the same page, and along with my wife and Steve and people who are helping us out. So please, if you want to be on the waiting list, message the Iron Heaven Instagram or Facebook, or email into the company so that we all see it.
Info at ironheavenomaha.com is the email, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So send an email into either info at ironheavenomaha.com or message us on the Iron Heaven Instagram or Facebook page to ask about memberships. Those are your main routes that we care. Those are the main routes that we need. And that'll keep all the owners on the same page, which will allow you guys to become members faster if we have the space for it. Because the problem is this, if you're messaging one of us, I'm going to let you know right now, it happens with everything that happens in our gym. There's always another conversation that ends up happening between the owners, because neither of us want to step on each other's toes, because we're equal partners in this entire thing. And that's how our partnership has been since day one. So understand that it has to be between all of the owners, and the easiest way to contact all the owners at the exact same time is via email or Instagram or Facebook. And
we want to make sure you're getting responded to. Good customer service. And so we had to constantly email each other back and forth, like, hey, did somebody get to this person? Did they not? And sometimes when it comes to certain parts, we let Brittany do a lot of it just because she's a little bit better on the software accounting end than we are, to make sure everything's done correctly. And we don't want to respond 3 different ways to Sunday and blow you up, and then you think you've been handled and one of us thinks somebody else handled it. As with anything, just put us all on the same page. Email in, Instagram in, Facebook in, just not to our personal pages. That would be greatly appreciated. Do you have some questions coming in?
Hold on, one more thing. For current members, because this is another question that we do have coming in quite often, we do have some people that are opting out, not wanting to come into the gym. I do want to tell you that you're best off to put your membership on hold Don't cancel your membership. It's a $5 fee to put your membership on hold. If you cancel and you completely can't cancel yourself out of the system, when you come back, you will end up paying the initial fees of the first and last month up front. So just understand that.
Just freeze your membership for a couple. We'll freeze it up to 90 days. Rather you guys do that than just cancel. For you guys who aren't using the gym, I'm going to say this is a heartfelt thank you. So there are people who aren't coming in that often just because of the situation, but have said, hey, keep charging me. We understand you guys are a small business and there's no trust fund behind either one of us.
Yeah, no.
So, if everybody cancels their membership, like there won't be an Iron Heaven in 90 days. Correct. So thank you so much for the people who are willing to like, hey, I can afford the extra 20, 30, 40 bucks.
Yeah. We have had quite a few messages and I honestly like it makes me kind of,
we both
tear up a little bit when I've got people
that.
when I've got people that are like, hey, we've really appreciate the gym that you guys have created, the community that you created. If this does get shut down and everything like that, please just make sure you keep taking my dues. Like that means more to me than anything else, guys.
That was so huge.
So thank you very much.
Big time. So I go ahead, Jamie.
Regarding the waiting list, how long is the waiting list?
All right. So the question was regarding the waiting list, how long is the waiting list? How long? And honestly, like first responders have got moved to the top of the list, which I think everyone can agree is probably the right way of doing it.
Yep.
And honestly, it's not terribly long. It's
long enough that, let me put it this way. It's long enough that if you would message us right now, you're going to be waiting a little bit, not a long time, but probably a little bit, just so we can see the flow in the gym. Again, This is one of those things of...
Because we'll add 10 people, and then we're going to see over a couple of days to see, okay, we tell everyone, like, hey, don't train at the peak times. Please avoid it. Yep. Like kind of spread out. We'll tell you kind of where the peak times are for each gym.
And it really does depend upon the new members that do join. If we've got 10 new members that join, but all of them decide to train at the same time, now we're going to have an issue. So it really depends upon how everybody's spreading out, how they're following the rules. Because again... we're a members-only gym. We're not staffed 24/7 anymore. Well, we weren't previously, but still. And so it's up to our members to really make sure that you're sticking to those guidelines as much as possible and really policing this. Along with us, we're watching them at home, but it's still one of those things of, it comes down to our members being smart and taking care of everybody else that's in the gym at the same time.
I had two guys that signed up last week, and they're like, well, one guy goes, I train at 9 a.m. Okay, you're good, because 9 a.m. at the Stonegate location isn't packed.
Yep.
Another dude goes, well, I want to train at Chandler. I'm like, okay, well, that one's getting a little full. He goes, but I train at midnight because that's when I get off work. You're in.
Yeah.
You're in, because basically you tell me when you want to train. I'm going to tell you if that's a good time of the day to train. If you say, I want to train at 5 every day, there's an odd chance that I'm probably not going to add you just because I already think it's kind of hitting that limit right then anyways. Two, that's something else that we've asked everybody, like, listen, I get some of you aren't at work right now and you're bored and you could probably spend 3 hours in the gym. Please don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I had somebody there the other day who was like, I've been here for 2.5 hours. Please go home. Allow other members to come use the gym. I get it, but speed up a process. You can always do your cardio outside, or if you're just coming to do cardio, then that's cool. That's a different side of the gym, but don't come there 3 times a day. A couple of members who were coming 3 times a day because they're bored. Please don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you're packing the gym for the people who really need to get that workout in, and it's not, once we're back up, you want to come there as many times a day. That's why we're 24-hour access. That's cool. But maybe in that process, say, hey, I want to be on the waiting list. Hey, I train at 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I train at 10 a.m. Which location would it fit? And we'll be able to tell you, just because we track every person that comes in with their key fob, what those best times are. So we'll be able to gear whether or not you can join.
And that is one of the other benefits of our facilities, because we are 24-hour access at both locations. Obviously, it allows us to have a little bit more flexibility of how many people we have and how many people we're adding. So again, as long as you guys can let us know the time frame that you're looking at, what you're thinking about coming in, and then again, respecting other people's time, getting in there, get your workout done.
No group training.
Understand that, guys, it's one of those things of, respect everybody else. We've always been about that. That's the reason why we've always been on people's back about re-racking their weights and cleaning up everything. It's the same exact thing here. We have to respect time. We have to respect the fact that everybody is looking for an outlet right now. And I get it. Sometimes workouts run long, but this is not the time that you should be sitting in there. Especially should not be the time you're sitting in there socializing with other people.
Yeah.
Get in, work out, get out.
No group training. Keep it. And that's the thing, is that people are like, well, no videos. I'm going to do a list of reasons why not. But number one is, anybody who trains with video on every lift they do takes twice as long to train.
Yep.
So stop. Remember what the gym is for. It's not just for social media attention. It's there for another purpose. And so everyone's been really cool. We've asked not to put any videos up. Please don't. Not right now. Not in the current climate. Just keep it off social media and go to the gym what it's for. Mental and physical health, not for social media attention.
Yep.
And I know I've gotten some crap from other gyms in town that, like, we let everybody put everything up. Good for you. You're going to get shut down.
Right.
And we don't want to. We think it's an essential service as long as you're doing it smart. So go ahead.
You pretty much answered all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're covering
The
it.
most recent one was about pictures of vehicles.
Yep.
Just stop. Simple fact is, I'm finding a few people just seem like they can't train unless they put it on social media, and I think you kind of done missed the point of what training really is all about. And I got crap for a post on this like a year ago. People just got super offended. Like, there's a lot of reasons why not, and some people don't want to be on video for one. Two, right now it's just last thing I want is some overzealous person thinking it's one thing it's not. It's just better to keep it off social media for right now.
Right.
And then two, like, and honestly, watch people who train with video. They take twice as long.
Yes.
Always have.
Yep.
And we don't want anything to do with it right now, not until this crisis has been averted. All right, cool. As far as the Rexius stuff, people have been asking, lots of different questions that have come in over the last week. All right, so the Omaha corporate locations that we own versus franchises, listen, I don't care what store you shop at and you support. I greatly appreciate it. The ones that we own here in Omaha, the ones that we started are 120th Center, 108th and Maple, 67th and Center in Exarban Village, and 42nd and 370 in Bellevue. And then I also own Kearney and Sioux City. Sioux City is currently closed. Elkhorn, Fremont, Lincoln, those are all franchises. Grand Island's a franchise. All great people. Columbus, Norfolk, all great, great folks. Please support them as well. But that question seems to be getting popped up a lot, like whether or not Elkhorn or Fremont or Lincoln were ours or not. They are franchise owners, but that's another family that's dependent upon that income. So, people are like, oh, I thought I was giving it to you. Like it's still my company, and those are my franchisees. So I don't care which one you shop at, as long as you're supporting somebody's family. That's huge. We have shortened hours at Rexius, about 25%. And some of my part-time staffers are not in there right now to make sure that my full-time staff gets the hours, because that's their sole source of income for their family. And versus it was a part-time job for a lot. I got to keep some part-timers on. I'm not planning on changing anything at this interim moment in time. I'm just going to kind of play it by the numbers and see how it goes. Has it affected us? Sure. People have less discretionary income when they lose their jobs. Of course, it affects sales. Hasn't been crazy bad. The amount of people calling in for orders has been insane, which has been honestly awesome. And does it hold a candle to what we do in store? No, but I'll take anything we can get with a smile and gratitude, 100%. If there is a shutdown, like this got asked yesterday, is nutrition stores considered an essential service? Yes, it is. Minnesota shutdown is considered essential service. Iowa's shut down mostly. It's essential service. Texas, depends on the state. If that happens, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We'll probably shrink down the operation a little bit, but we are considered essential service because it's health food, it's vitamins, it's immune system boosters, it's a lot of food items that we sell. We'll play that by ear as the government makes their daily, very boring ass updates that don't seem to change.
Also on that too, with the gyms as well. Should there actually be a mandatory shutdown of everything and it be a month long, understand for our members, we will take care of you. So just don't freak out about that. We haven't obviously had to worry about that right now. 24-hour access is still open to all of our members. But if it comes to a point where they do shut us down completely and they shut every non-essential place down, including gyms, what they've done pretty much everywhere across the nation, then just understand we will work with you guys.
Yeah, it's one of those, like for us, we can't just go and shut off every key fob. It's not how our software works. We also can't shut off power to the building because our doors are mag locked. So we shut off power to the building, the doors just swing open. So like we're kind of stuck in between a quandary. I can't go shut off individually 1,000 people at once, especially if I'm supposed to stay at home. The mainframe's at the gym.
Right.
So I'm kind of stuck in between, the first thing you'll see if that happens, if you don't pay attention to the news, is the TVs, and part of the lights will be shut off, the ones that we can. Some are powered on all the time for security. So if you go in there, you go in there. It's
enter at your own risk at that point.
It's enter your own risk at that point in time.
Yeah.
We'll still maintain the buildings the way we do now with disinfecting because we have to versus per our contract with our leases. So that's a tough situation water wise that we don't know until we get advice from our attorneys.
Right.
And our
like
realtors.
I said, we'll cross that bridge when it comes, and just understand that
our realtors are members at our gym, so they're going to let us know what we can and can't do.
Exactly. It's first and foremost, it's about our members, right? So, that's what I'm saying is I just want you to understand that we're not in this. Again, we've never been in this to make money.
It'd be nice someday, but we're definitely not there now.
Right. But it's one of those things of we're more than anything, guys, we're here to make sure that we can take care of you guys and make sure that you guys have a place to go to. So no matter what.
I mean, if it got shut down, we were forcibly chained on the door kind of situation. Nobody's losing that month.
No.
Nobody's losing anything. If you have to freeze it, we get it. Understand? We understand that. If you can't afford, but if you do decide to leave your membership on, one, thank you.
Yes.
Two, you'll get a free month at the end anyways. Like you're not going to lose anything. Nobody's just going to be paying us to not have a gym to go to. We would never do that. It's not the kind of guys and families that we are. It's just a conversation we're all going to have, and understand that people message in and they want instant response. There's only 3 of us.
Yeah.
So that are responding to these, we can only handle so much at a time. So please be patient. We will try to get back to everyone that we can. And, I see the Instagram post where they message us an hour later. I get 3 question marks. I'm like, yeah, I saw it. I just haven't got to it yet. So
Give me a little time.
But we have anything coming in through Facebook?
Nothing.
Facebook?
I mean, the audio is playing through or not.
We just have people are just saying thank you and they appreciate you keeping Iron Heaven open for them and keeping it clean and the Rexius.
Well, that's, for us, it's, most people start a small business. This is their passion. This is their dream. This is our retirement. This is a lot of things for us. So obviously it's scary between Rexius, which is, that's my life's work, and not knowing I'm calm because I have faith, and I'm calm because I've been through shit before. A lot of you guys understand, everybody's worried right now. The reason Rexius Nutrition even exists is because the 08-09 housing crash. I lost my ass. And it spurred hey, if I'm going to be in this crazy ass world and society, I might as well do something I love. So I look at everything like an opportunity. I look at everything like a chance to do something. And Iron Heaven Gym, same thing. I'm going to double down on what we're doing. Gary, there's messages that came on my phone I haven't talked about. People were asking to franchise or license out Iron Heavens. I've had 2 of them today.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance to talk to Nick yet. People, because they like what we're doing versus the nemesises of the world.
Yeah. And I will make a point on that. Just so you guys know, if you see, I'm in there very sparingly, but if you see myself in there or you see anybody in there, we are actually putting money into both locations right now.
Yeah.
In this entire thing.
We decided to upgrade it for our members. So we
understand. We're not backing off.
We tore the showers out at Stonegate. We're replacing the men's showers right now, just because we were like, hey, we're gonna make it better for our members. We're gonna make it better for our new people coming in, seeing that we're any income that we make on this gym. If you guys haven't figured that out yet, we buy new stuff.
Yep.
Because A, it's a good tax write-off.
Yes.
B, that's what our goal was for 5 years, was to keep buying new equipment and upgrading the atmosphere. And somebody else had asked me yesterday, you guys still thinking about doing a 3rd location? I haven't written anything off. I just want to get through this first.
Yes.
I can't tell you anything until I do that. If you want a definitive answer now, I don't know.
I got nothing for
I don't know what happens next week.
Yeah.
So, but honestly, as long as people love what we do and we find a way to make the books work on it, we'll do it. And we've got great people, great members, great staff that, aren't even working for us right now, but are still checking on the gym and cleaning for us every day. And I can't even tell you what that means to us.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's kind of funny because you guys keep talking about things you're literally being asked. What are you both expecting the business landscape to look like after this? More app-based and virtual training, or more product shipping?
I can speak from I will tell you this from a coaching standpoint, and I will tell you majority of my clients have already figured this out. One thing it's taught me is that from a coaching platform, I'm actually going to be doing a lot more virtual stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot more FaceTime consultation, stuff like that. It actually does help out and make a big difference when it comes to clientele from that base. I think no matter what, from a gym standpoint, people are always going to want to go to the gym, and my fingers are crossed on this, but what I'm seeing a lot of people shift more towards locally owned.
yes.
And I hope that continues after this entire thing is done, because again, it's one of those things of the locally owned businesses, not even just the gyms or the Rexius or any of that. We're lucky enough that we know a lot of small business owners here in town.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I'm noticing is, every single one of them, the amount that they put on the table in order to open their business is about the same thing that we've done.
Yeah.
And no matter how successful you think these businesses are, a lot of them are, you give them 30 days or 60 days or 90 days of being shut down, they might not be there after it's said and done.
Well, even if it's somebody else said, did you save money? Did you put money in the savings account? I'm like, one, to understand how corporate tax law works. If you're an S corporation LLC partnership, it's a pass-through entity. You can't bank the stuff for the most part. It's not how it works. And so no, I mean, to a certain degree, like we're financially sound, but like you go 60 days with no members, like shit hits the fan.
Right.
As far as like, I can see with training and stuff, virtual, absolutely putting a face to it. Zoom meetings, how cool is this stuff?
Yep.
Supplements, no. In fact, I think it's going to go the opposite.
Yep.
Honestly, I've had more phone orders than I've had web orders by about almost 500%, because they want to talk to the guy they see in the shop. They want to talk to the guy they had that relationship with. As technology has improved over the last 6 or 7 years specifically, some of the top websites in the nutrition industry have dropped massively. Bodybuilding.com since 2015 is down 67%. Oh, well, why would that be if technology is so great? Oh, is it Amazon? No. My stores have not only made it through this, we're better now than they were 3 years ago, because I know one thing is very true. Relationships are the only thing that create customer loyalty. Is that relationship with that person inside the store. They can love me all they want, and as big as my social gets, but if James is in the store or Cody's in the store and they don't do a good job, I lose them. And if Cody or James are in the store and they do a phenomenal job, I have now gained that customer for a lifetime. And so the amount of call-in orders we've had is like 500% more. And as much as I appreciate all the web orders, and I do, it doesn't hold a candle to what we do in retail.
Right.
Not even close. Because people have questions and they want to get a real response, and the speed of the internet, I don't care what it is. Like, you can try to FaceTime. How many people would you have? How many employees would you have to FaceTime every customer that wants to buy something? It's next to impossible. So no, I think what you're going to find is that retail is going to pick up after all this is over the website. And I've seen a few supplement groups I'm part of. Like, I really paying the price for not doubling down on my web. If you're a web supplement store, you're one of a billion little.
Yep.
You're not going to stand out. If the top website in our nutrition industry for the last almost 20 years, Bodybuilding.com is down 67% before this crisis even started. And they have the platform, they have the money. Then what the hell makes you think your little website in middle of nowhere,
difference,
wherever is going to make a difference? It's not. It's all about the relationship. Now, people buy stuff from us on the web because we had that relationship with them. They moved to Arizona, they moved to LA, they moved to Washington. And so that relationship has happened, and we take care of them. We do a great job with our web, but no, I'm doubling down on relationships from here on out.
Yeah.
I'm going to do even more social media. I'm going to do even more handshaking, more events, because that's what's kept us afloat, when I know a lot of people in our field have really just nosedived, where the owner wasn't involved with the business. There wasn't a key management structure. There wasn't, consistency in their employment staff. That's why you see a lot of the GNCs, a lot of the corporate ones going downhill, because it's been a new employee every 3 days for the last 3 years, because they pay rock bottom dollar, and you get rock bottom people when you pay that way. And we're thriving at a certain time like that. Some of my franchisees recorded some of their best months ever because they've put time in their communities. Yep. They spent time with everyone. They know their neighbors. They know everyone who's shopping in that store. So you hell bent be determined with all this going on that, if you're friends with Joe and you've been selling to Joe for 4 years, Joe's going to come see you. He's not going to jump ship and go to some website because they had some cute little web page and a little promo offer. No, he's going to go see his buddy Josh in Norfolk, who's been selling to him for 4 years. Right. So I actually think it's going to go the opposite. I think it's going to do less web and more retail. In my opinion, we can look at Amazon's problem right now. They're going on strike in a few of their facilities, and they're worried about COVID getting spread through the shipping package. You have no idea. Like, I know what's in my store. I know what kind of disinfectants I use on my door, and in every single jug, it's clean. You don't know where that's coming from. So even this scare actually doubles down, I think, on the retail experience. Like, well, where it's been. We know we can track exactly where the package has, all those kind of things.
And I think the other point to this is, the social distancing, the isolation that this is creating. People are going to be hungry for human interaction. People are going to be hungry for that direct connection with people. And so that's going to make a huge difference when we're talking about retail, when we're talking about any sort of business aspect. Is at the end of the day, there is, and we've said this 1,000 times, and we'll say it to our staff, we'll say it to everybody. A handshake will give you more sales and give you more profit and give you what you're looking for in business. more so than anything else.
More gimmick, more than any kind of super special Friday sale you do. A sincere thank you, a look in the eye, and a handshake will serve you long term more than any other gimmick, cool website, app, anything else you ever create.
Yep.
And then some. If it wasn't, I wouldn't be in business because my website's not that great.
No, it's not.
And the Iron Heaven one I made on GoDaddy.
Yeah.
But, here we are. And it's because we've spent time with people.
Right.
And I don't tell you how many times I've gone around the gym being like, thank you for being a member. How many times have we done that? And people are like, God, I never even met the manager of the other gym. And like, here the owners are like, we're in there scrubbing toilets and mopping floors, everyone else. And I think that creates a vibe, and people realize when we talk about the gym membership prices, what people don't realize is in 2017, we were actually $10 and $20 more per month. And then 6 months into the process, Nick and I and Brittany talked about it. We lowered the price down $10 and $20 per month. The more members we got, we actually lowered the price down. Correct. Versus now that we were more in demand, we decided, no, let's just really put, blood in the water, foot on the throat. I want to call it to our competitors we didn't like, and just do a better service that was more affordable for people because now we could afford to do so. So when people made a comment about our memberships being high, God, we both blood boiling because that is not what we are about. So, any more?
That's it. I might say the name wrong. Celine says the little baby Laner's coming and it's going to be a girl.
Everybody's saying that. This is my thing. I think. So to answer this, we do have. I kind of have a poll going up on my Instagram right now on one of my last posts. I don't know how many comments are on it now, but I made a fun little post and asked, do you think it's going to be a boy or a girl? Because I have no idea. We haven't figured out yet. It's a girl, and I'm right there with you.
Absolutely a girl.
I'm thinking it's a girl too. We'll find out in about 36 hours. Listen, guys. Speaking from somebody who is in a point right now where I've got a lot of life going on, to say the least. Count your blessings. Take the time to count your blessings right now. Every single day that I'm waking up and I'm able to see what we built. This is cool because it's giving me kind of sorry, I'm starting to tear up. It's giving me a chance to kind of step back and see what we've created. And really be thankful for what we've created as far as community-wise, but then also what you guys have done for me and for my family. It means the world to me, so thank you.
Well, that's just it. It's, 10 years. This is my 10-year anniversary starting Rexius. It's not exactly how I imagined this was going to go this year. I can say that, but, Jamin came in my office this morning, and Jamin, how long you work for me now?
2 months.
2 months, and we, she went through the interview process with Cody and my wife Brittany, and one of Nick's clients, and Nick had suggested her. We had a lot of clients. We hired her, and she, it's been great, but obviously it's a huge turmoil time to start a job. And I explained to her 2 months ago, I think Cody and my wife did too. This is a family. Mm-hmm. This is what this business is. It's a family. We're professionally unprofessional, and this is I don't do employees and that's I have family. And when one of my newest employees walks in my office this morning and says, hey, if you need to put me on short time to save money with the budget because I don't feel like I'm doing as much as I did before, and the amount of people that work for me, Rich and Kelsey, be like, we'll work for free. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, no. Yeah. You are family. I'm going to take care of everyone as long as I can for as long as I can. And I'm damn good at my job. But that's the kind of atmosphere, like that's the kind of stuff that chokes me up.
Yep.
And the amount of customers of mine that I know aren't going to go shop someplace else, especially right now.
Right.
And employees who are willing to take short time checks and stuff. Well, that's exactly why you're part of this nutrition family. And that's exactly why Rich and Cody and Kelsey and all these people is because they believe in what we've done. They know who we are.
Right.
They know that this isn't a smokescreen. What you see is what you get here, and how much that means to us. So if you're watching from this podcast from afar and you're not around one of our areas, go support your local businesses.
Yeah.
Understand that it's 48% of the United States population is employed by small business. 18% of the United States population is employed by a business with less than 20 people. This is legitimately the people who live on your block. And it legitimately means so much more to us than I can possibly ever put into words. And we're going to get through this shit. We're going to throw one hell of a 10-year anniversary for Rexius Nutrition, a 3-year anniversary for Iron Heaven. It's going to be off the chart.
Hertz Donuts.
Hertz Donuts is going to cater this beast. Bob's Donuts.
Bob's Donuts.
I'm in
too.
Bob.
Well, I think we just do an entire early bird like buffet.
Early bird buffet.
With
yes.
bottomless mimosas.
Yes. Because
There
we're
we go.
professionally unprofessional.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
what we're going to do because,
We'll take Planet Fitness up a notch. You know?
Carbo load, post, pre and post.
There we go.
But we're going to do it because we're going to come out of this stronger than we came into it.
Yep.
And I've said this before in other podcasts. You can't let fear. I mean, hopelessness will lead to helplessness will lead to hopelessness, which leads to just a lot of fear. You can't let that shit govern you at all. You have to go through this with an opportunistic mind. I'm going to come out of this stronger. We've already decided okay, we're going to change our structure in our gyms, our employment structure, our cleaning structure, all this stuff as a lesson learned from this position. Rexius, same thing. How I've structured things, it's going to change. I'm going to use this as a learning experience. I'm going to go positive. Nothing scares me at this point in time. I've been through crazy shit before, not quite like this, but this is just a different gambit on the notch of experience I've had over the last 40 years of my life. And I'm going to come out of this stronger than I came in. And with people like you that follow us, that support us, and there's no way we're going to lose.
Nope.
There's no way I'm going back to train at some hoity-toity ABBA Kenny G playing gym where you can't deadlift, drop weights, or make any noise, who might intimidate other people. It's not going to happen.
No.
Ever. If I had to put all my equipment into my front yard and fence it off so everybody can come sling and bang some weights, I'll do it. We're not going anywhere. Thank you for your support, big time, from both, I think, the Langer family and the Rexius family. We can't tell you how much that means to us. Again, if you guys got questions, email them in, message them in.
I may have a question here,
Yeah, what's
guys. Did you already answer the question about the memberships? Can you be on the wait list and stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
Just go to the Rexius Nutrition, go to the Iron Heaven Instagram or Facebook or email and put it there. Please don't do it on our personal pages.
Yes.
Because it's too much. We have too much going with the other companies and the clients on him. All of his clients are virtual right now. So if you're so please don't overload his personal mind. I got so much with Rexius, some franchisees. For all of us owners to be on the same page, please message the business pages. I love every one of you. And I know everyone thinks they're exception to the rule. You're not. Please just put it on there just to make my life easier. I'd appreciate it.
And that question came from Kim Smith, IFBB Pro to Iron Heaven. Okay, you already answered. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you saw that.
So,
okay, sorry.
I had a thought, now it's gone. Oh, the other aspect is
that happens a lot, folks.
Yeah, it does. The brain's not really ticking very well anymore, and I've got a baby on the way, so I'm only going to be getting 1 hour of sleep moving forward. Yeah, real fun. Lots of stimulants in my future. So. One thing I will say, guys, is also because of the fact that we're not staffed, understand that should you actually become a member, we will be arranging with you when you're going to meet with one of our GMs or Tim himself. I am staying away as much as possible. Obviously, with the newborn here in a day and a half, I'll be out of the gyms for probably another 2 weeks at least. So just understand that we'll be working with you guys. We'll keep the lines of communication open with everybody and understand that, you'll be working with either one of our GMs or Tim.
And honestly,
directly.
for you guys who are signed up for the first time, who are on the waiting list, thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance. It sucks that it took a viral pandemic to get people to check out the gym, but everyone's joined. They go, "Oh my God, I didn't realize how big these gyms are. I didn't realize how cool this atmosphere is. I didn't realize how cool your equipment is." And again, I'm spinning it positive. It's a chance for people to check out that local gym to finally get out of their comfort zone from the one they've been at for the last 10 years that, has the stupid rules and the bad music.
And again,
we appreciate
understand the fact and the reason why we're staying open is not because we want to be better or we don't care about your health or whatever it might be.
It's because we do.
It's because we do. It's because we do care about our members so much that we're willing to do this to make sure that you guys have somewhere for the sanity.
Well, exactly it. Mental and physical health or everything. I have 3 guys, I'm not going to name them, that go to our gym that are literally in recovery right now. And this is their consistency. And I know where they're at in their recovery, and this is a huge portion of that. And without this outlet, they puts them at risk. And I think it's important. But as long as people stick to the guidelines, watch the number of people. Don't come in there with a group of 4 people planning to train together, because I'm probably going to tell you to leave.
Yeah.
Please have respect for everyone. That's why we've asked you to keep it off social, to wipe your stuff down before and after you use it. And I use the highest grade, most expensive disinfectant you can get. My background's in biomechanical engineering, so trust me when I understand disinfectants. It's the greatest stuff you can possibly use, and we spend a lot of time, a lot of pride into this. And we're just ask you guys to follow the rules, please. And just, if you got a problem, message the pages. If something's broke, tell me.
Yep.
I'll fix it. I like fixing this stuff, honestly. I'm a farm kid. I'm not hiring anybody else. Our goal at Iron Heaven is never have anything broke longer than 24 hours.
Yep.
Unless it's cardio equipment, then it might be 48, because you don't want me to fix that at all. It'll be all duct tape and zip ties.
Yeah. Somebody's gonna face plant.
Somebody's gonna face plant. So other than that, I hired that out. But let us know. Stuff happens, and thank you for the chance to earn your business. Really, more than anything, we appreciate it. So, anything else? We're good.
That's it.
All right, thanks, guys. Stay healthy. Thank you very much. Thank you for your business, and we'll all get through this stronger together.
Just be. I'm a gentleman, now I'm settled in. Even when they said don't let them in, I said guess again. What's the way I walk into a room and everybody stare? Godfather like presence, everybody know I'm here. Stepping right into my office, pouring bourbon on the rocks. Toast to the homies that could never see the light, and the haters that forever see my ghost. What a night, man.